Hello and welcome to Pulp Media Podcast with your hosts Sam Cox, Matt Denyer, Richard Langridge and myself, Sean McRae. So in typical fashion, we will go around the table and say where we are in life.
I'm in a good place.
And just try and keep things interesting. So
I'm trying desperately not to move because the chair squeaks. And it's like super squeaky when I move. So, thanks.
Well, it's a good start to the episode, Rich. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
episode 4. Squeaky chairs.
It's good that we let him out.
How's everybody doing? How's Matt? Actually, I don't care about Matt. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah, doing really good.
What have you been doing?
Yeah, but what have you been doing, man?
Update us.
God, last 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since our last episode. I've been reading Frank Herbert's Dune. I've finally been catching up on that old sci-fi novel.
Instead out of watching the film, which could have been just done in an hour and a half.
I think it's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that.
Well, it's still quicker than reading a book.
Yeah, no, but I'd rather enjoy the book. That's why I read books.
Depends how quick you read, really, isn't it?
I spent like £9 on a book. I get like a week's pleasure out of that.
Yeah, I could probably rent that film for like
Gross.
£1.
Where? From Blockbuster? Rent that film.
You can rent online. You can stream online.
Why?
I think Matt,
it's just
why would
marketing, Matt. It's
yeah, just what happened.
It's called.
what's the
paying
same
for
like? Why
films
would
when you-
anyone? It's the same as saying why would anyone go to Blockbuster?
Why did?
Oh wait, they didn't.
Oh, I know
because
the
it
answer
closed
to
down.
And that's what I'm saying. Why
Why
would
would
you
streaming
pay?
happen, Matt?
With the technology that's available to you now, why would you pay for a film that you could quite easily?
VCR, Matt.
Yeah, you just bought a video player.
I didn't buy a video player. I just
What, you found it? That's even worse, man.
I just dusted it off. I've got a fucking N64 and I've been playing Super Smash
that's
Bros
worse,
all
I
week.
mean.
Suck a bag of dicks.
N64.
Why would I suck a bag of dicks? I can stream shit. You're giving me shit for being up to date with technology.
Matt,
It's
I've got a Mac.
2017.
I've got a
Matt,
Mac sitting
Matt,
right there. Like
Matt,
right there.
Do you
Yeah.
rewind your tapes once you've watched them?
Actually, no, hang on.
Probably don't. He's
No.
that dick.
No.
Doesn't.
No.
Be kind.
I'm going to jump
Rewind.
into defend Matt here. He's got an N64, VCR, DVD player, PS something or other over the side of it.
3.
Okay, kind of updated. And he's got Netflix, so I think he's kind of like he's just multi-generational.
Do you know the
Yeah.
sad thing is you've just We've just congratulated Matt for having a last gen console. That's how bad it
It isn't
is.
even last gen. It's like so many generations behind.
Yeah, but it's worth a lot of fucking money.
yeah, but I get emulators on my phone that plays every N64 game.
Yeah, but you
not
have
the same.
console.
Everything that he's
not
got
the
on
same.
VHS, I can stream online.
He can
not the
now
same.
sell the N64 to some nerd chick who's trying to be a nerd chick for some fucking Facebook profile picture.
Probably not.
So it'd be
Okay,
fine.
let's
She's got
just
money.
clarify this. Does anyone else here own vinyls?
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually don't.
Yeah, I own
But I hear
vinyl.
the
So you own
quality
vinyls?
is a lot better.
Yes, I own vinyl.
why do you own
Yeah,
vinyls?
that's a
Because
No,
I like
that's
the
a void.
artwork.
That is a no argument because
And
the
it's
quality
not-
of the sound.
This is like
is
saying,
better.
yeah, this is because
That's why.
What?
You don't get a better film out of a VCR, do you? Out of a tape.
I don't get an any worse film. I just have to turn it up a little bit higher.
You don't get any worse. Okay, all right. Compare like Jaws on VHS
Yeah.
to Jaws on Blu-ray.
I haven't seen Jaws on Blu-ray,
yeah. You can't really.
so I can't compare.
because he's not up to date. Because he's
Yeah.
a piece of shit.
Yeah, we're living in the future. What's going on, Matt?
You're not living in the future.
You're living in the now.
Actually, right now I am because I'm seconds ahead.
no, it's always a present.
No.
And
That's why it's called a gift.
well, in a few
'Cause we
seconds,
live in the
it'll be let's not get into this argument. This is too deep for a podcast.
Let's bring in
Okay.
some physics.
All right.
Okay, so
Anyway.
there's a quick roundup of my week. I've been watching things on VHS. I have been playing my N64, and I've been listening to my mini disc player.
So you've been doing a lot of masturbating.
Have you
are
even got
so
GoldenEye
young.
for that thing?
For the N64?
Yeah.
I bet you want to play now, don't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Can't
mind.
we-
Well, that's right.
I was going to say, if you got an N64 without GoldenEye, there's no point in having it.
No, I have Super Smash, Mario Kart, and GoldenEye.
Oh man, do you remember Golden? You used to do like the crouch.
Sorry,
And
anyone
you
else want to be 13 again and eat pizza and play
Do you remember everyone used
N64?
to
I bet
be
you
odd
fucking
job
do.
because
Yeah, well,
You really do want to do that.
Yeah.
Do you remember Odd Job
Yeah,
in the multiplayer because he was shorter?
Yeah, and you could crouch.
him down, and he'd just like glide
could
across the
shoot
bottom of the
him.
screen.
And the only way you could kill him was to be on DK mode and make his head massive so you could punch him out.
It was just a sign of the times because you could literally you could straighten the crosshairs to do a headshot, and then you wouldn't actually have to touch it, and you just walk around headshotting everyone because you didn't get any recoil or anything because of the lack of technology back
And do
in the
you know
day.
what the beauty of it is as well? I've seen cereal boxes with more curves than the fucking graphics on that, and it's beautiful. It's so much fun to play.
Yeah.
See Sean Bean running around with like this really weird face pasted onto a picture.
Massive head, yeah.
Trevelyan.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Good times.
Your weeks suck in comparison to mine.
Yeah, Matt's living in the past.
Yep.
He's retro. He lives retro.
It's called nostalgia. Get used to it.
It's called denial, man.
No, because I have a fucking TV and it's
Tell us about this magic box, wizard man.
I just want to say it's in colour
Whoa, shut up.
and it's flat screen.
Oh, easy now.
It's not a smart TV.
It ain't that flat screen.
It's still pretty bulky.
You had to get a Chromecast for it, didn't you?
I did get a Chromecast for it. Yeah.
What about you, Sean? What have you been doing?
I went to Gay Pride, which was good fun.
Colourful?
Very colourful. There's so much fucking glitter as well. I was brushing that shit out of my beard for days.
Brushing it in more like.
I did ask for it, to be honest. They were going down the parade and someone was like throwing glitter out. I was like, do me! So,
You probably shouldn't shout that.
You heard
Not
it here
the
first,
same.
ladies and gentlemen.
So, yeah, that was good fun.
I don't sweat, I sparkle.
Yeah, I was whispering after that. Other than that, I finished season 2 of Lucifer, which was quite good. What else have I done? I've been reading the Mask comic as well, which is good fun. Yeah.
Why don't you just watch the film,
I saw
Sean?
the excitement in
Yeah.
Sam's eyes there when he thought
Comic
it was a
Sam.
book, but no, it's a comic.
The thing is, it's completely different. Well, I wouldn't say it's completely different, but it's different to the film because obviously Jim Carrey film. It's about like obviously mischievous slapstick kind of character. Well, the original comic that it's based on, isn't anything like that.
Kill people.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
like he puts the mask on and you just turn into like a mass murderer, like a raving lunatic. Like the second issue they release, he's just killing cops because they've tracked him down. Yeah, because he writes a list of all the people that have kind of wronged him in his life, and he just goes around killing them. And then obviously the cops are trying to find this murderer, and they all kind of surround him, and he just kills them all.
What I love is that in all things like that, they always write a list, and it's like, oh, if the cops ever break into the house and he's got this murder list on the wall, it's like, don't want to give it away.
What the hell are you talking about?
What are you
Like,
talking
think
about?
it, right? Whenever you watch a film about like vengeance or anything like that, they make a list and they put the plan up in their flat. It's like, I hope the cops don't bust him right now
Actually, that's true. Yeah, you get them punishment.
and get all this evidence against me that's in my flat. Do it somewhere secret though, where they don't expect it.
Well, I mean, it depends on how much the police come into your house.
How often are you visited by the police?
Yeah, that's
As you can tell by the cleanliness of the place, quite a lot.
Yeah, if I turned
I
around,
wonder what
like,
the bleach smell was.
if I turned around your TV, would I find like a death list on there or something?
No, you might find a VCR.
I think you'll be able to spot that from a mile away, man. Don't worry about that.
At least I can balance my TV on top of it without breaking it. Unlike your new age DVD player.
It looks like it can hold like uranium shells, doesn't it? If you transport it in that
It looks
VCR.
like it can withstand bullets.
Yeah. It's like cockroaches
Kim
in that
Jong-il's
VCR.
going to come for that for his fucking nuclear test. Try to crack that, boys.
Bring out.
But yeah, that's where I am.
What are you doing, Rich?
Watched a couple of films. I watched Life.
Oh my god! Let me just cut you off there because I forgot I watched the film and it was one of the shittest films. But it was one of those so good it was or so bad it was good films. It's called Chopping Mall. It's on Amazon Prime.
Chopping Mall.
Chopping Mall.
Oh,
It's
God.
this cheesy 80s film where like they get stuck in a chopping mall, but they have like these robot security guards, which are basically like really shit versions of like Johnny Five, like just more bulky versions of Johnny Five. And they get stuck in this mall, and they get hit by lightning or something, so they go on this murderous rampage. But the tag, you just watch the trailer because the tagline is like "Chopping Mall, where shopping will cost you an arm and a leg."
I am already hooked. I am
like an
all
old
about
80s
it.
It's an old 80s film. It's got this
Oh,
really
man,
cheesy
amazing.
synth music where it's like dee 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 dee, and it's absolutely brilliant. And it's just like I was saying to Jess, the missus, when we were watching it, it's like when this came out, everyone probably thought the music was really shit, but there are bands nowadays that would die to sound
that
as
synth sound,
synthy as
yeah.
this. But yeah, everyone should watch it. Sorry, go.
So bad it's
carry
good.
on.
No, so I watched Life. Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal. How do you say?
I
his
say
name?
Gyllenhaal.
Is it Gyllenhaal?
I say
yeah.
Gyllenhaal.
Should have a better name.
What do I know?
shouldn't he?
I can't spell or read or speak.
Well, you said it, Sean. Surprised you managed to put those letters together to form words. No, it was a pretty good film. It was. You're right, Sam. Do you need a minute?
Sorry, yeah. Ah, go on. I want to hear about your story.
It was
a film.
It's a film. I didn't write it.
No, I mean like yours. Oh, don't worry.
You can tell he's paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah, pick up a book, Sam. Go on. Live, Ryan Reynolds, Jake Gyllenhaal, and some other people. One guy I really thought was Idris Elba for a long time until it turned out he wasn't, because he has a very similar face, but he's got like glasses and a big bushy beard, and really,
It sounds like Idris Elba.
really weird little gammy legs. I'm not even joking.
Have you seen Idris Elba's legs? That guy can
No,
squat.
that's what gave it away.
Oh, right. When you finally
They're
saw
not his legs.
No, it's the basic premise is it's on the ISS, the International Space Station. They intercept some passing, I think it's like a satellite or probe or something, where they've got like Martian soil maybe or something, and they manage to bring it back to life, and they're trying to experiment and find out what it is on the space station. And as is wont to happen in these situations, shit goes south really quick, and then they have this life form running, basically wreaking havoc on them.
And they got to get away. They got to kill it. They're going to die.
And then it's just in terms of use of CGI, because it's pretty much all CGI with the life form. One of those rare instances where it actually looks pretty damn good. And the actual death scenes, of which there aren't a lot.
How would you
impact.
say that the special effects would transfer through, say, a VHS player?
Well, I mean, I'd have to ask Matt.
Would it lose the quality? Would you get that graininess from it?
Having never watched a film in Blu-ray, I could not confirm nor deny.
Never watched the film. Never watched the film in Blu-ray.
Actually, I have.
You never watched a HD film.
Matt, you
no.
watched The Thing in Blu-ray with me before, so don't give me
Have I
that.
actually?
Yes, you have. It was the first time I ever watched
Couldn't
The
tell
Thing.
the difference.
Someone needs to go to Space Opers.
Okay, right. Just to clarify, the black actor who was not Idris Elba was a guy called Arion Bakari. Remember that name?
Basically the same person, isn't it, with that name?
Yeah, like Samuel L. Jackson and Morgan Freeman, basically the same person, but not at all.
We're on a slippery slope right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they call that racial profiling.
Yeah, good work, Matt.
That's what he's just done. I'm just saying.
Anyway.
No, but the guy is a great actor, whatever his name is.
Arion Bakari.
Yeah, that guy as well. He's good. And it's a pretty good film. It's not going to blow your mind. It's not life affirming or anything.
Yeah.
And it's just a really good, we're stuck here with something that wants to kill us. It's that kind of story. I also watched just last night, actually, Sinister again, because I only ever watched it once and I couldn't really make up my mind on it.
The first one
Wicked.
I really enjoyed. The second one was
good.
dog shit.
Yeah, I've got halfway through because it's like the cop in it.
And
from
it's
the first one.
Fuck off, it's so
The
bad.
deputy.
I saw that at the cinema as well. I was well disappointed.
No, the first one was actually really good, and I think if I remember this rightly, because it was James Wan, wasn't it, who done that?
I
Or
think
am
so. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
his
He's got his
production
fingers in
studio.
all the recent.
I remember
horror.
reading somewhere that he had to like rush it through, like that was his. Like the studio asked him, "Oh, we need a story really quick." He's like, "Oh, I'll make this one," and he come over really quick. I think that's right, anyway. But no, the first film's actually really good. It's not like typical with him. It's the jump scare, right?
Yeah.
It's the moments of like,
It's the
I'll
cheap
bring your
shots.
attention over here, and
Yeah.
then when your attention's
Oh, yeah,
over
the
here,
cheap
I'll
shots.
slam you from that side, from the blind side. In this one, there is a lot of that, but there's also this kind of pervasive sense of dread because he's watching the films.
I thought the films were the best part of
Yeah,
it,
when
which is what I was looking
Creepy
forward to
as shit.
in the
Yeah.
second one. But the second one, they just weren't good enough.
Although I question, and this isn't unique to Sinister, but in a lot of films, something really effing spooky will happen in someone's house. Like, oh, I thought I saw a ghost last night. Maybe it was a dream. I'll carry on as normal. No, you don't. You get the fuck out of there. You grab your loved ones and you skedaddle. You don't stay there.
Because you got to think, you got mortgage and everything. You've invested in the house. And
Being
it's
an
just like,
adult.
oh, maybe it was,
perils.
maybe it wasn't. No, it wasn't because I've got the mortgage. I've just paid the bills. I just got electricity for another month.
Point,
You wouldn't.
how much crazy, weird, spooky shit has to happen before you go, actually, do you know
Well,
what?
the thing is, the son he had some problems anyway, wouldn't he? So apparently they find him in a box every other night. So it's just like, all right, that's just him carrying on.
But when you find like murder flicks in 8mm reel, you'd be like, this is probably a bit weird. Like someone
He finds the
weirded it.
box,
But he
that
knew
shouldn't
that-
be there in the loft. There's loads of shit with the kids, which can be
Yeah, but he
palmed
knows
off
that
as
the
night
house. He knows that there was a murder at the house. That's why he bought the house.
Yeah, it's like
so
a
he
lot
finds. Yeah, so he finds some films in
So he's a loose
the
cannon.
attic. Well, he's not loose cannon. He just got
He's a little bit unhinged.
No, he just bought a steal of a house. You got it cheap.
Loads of
We
things.
would. I fucking hell. If I could buy a cheap house, a house that big on the cheap right now.
If I said to you, Sean,
Yeah,
Sean, we got the Amityville house, 15 grand, it's yours.
fucking yes,
You would take it.
I'd take
Chalk
that.
outlines and all. You
Yeah,
would
they've
risk
done it
your.
up since
Wait,
then.
wait, wait,
I'll
wait,
make
just-
some calls. I promise nothing.
They've done it up since then. They've got rid of the windows to make it.
Yeah, and probably the
creepier.
ghosts as well.
Probably.
Because Windows and ghosts,
There's still
synonymous.
it's probably
All I'm
still
saying
a
is,
program,
mortgage aside, how could you actually put your life at risk like that? If you were fearing for your life, you wouldn't go, oh,
Yeah,
I
but
kind of
you
got
don't know
mortgage
if-
to pay for. Have you fucked?
No,
But you
because
don't know,
it
'cause-
is bullshit. There's no such a thing as
But you
ghosts.
don't know if you're actually in danger. You're saying, but you don't know if you're in danger yet. Like after, an X amount of time, but after the first night, something weird happens. You're not just going to be like,
yeah, no,
oh,
you're not
let's
just
get
gonna
out
go-
of here.
I feel like you're the sort of guy.
It depends on the severity of the what happens. Like if you hear a noise in the attic and you go like that, maybe just palm that off as squirrels or something. But if it's like a guy comes into your room, slaps his dick, glances it right across your forehead, that's the time when you go, actually, I need to get the fuck out
You
of
sure
here.
it's Sinister you're watching?
Yeah, didn't that happen in Sinister? Isn't there a part where what's his name, Bagul? He just comes in, teabags the family and jumps out again.
You'll never catch me.
So, moving on. Have we,
He is one creepy looking dude though. That Bagul. He is.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah.
have we recapped with everyone?
You wouldn't want him
I feel
officiating
this
a
is
wedding, would
taking
you?
the time for the
Yeah,
last-
I think that's a good place to
Move on.
to move on.
Okay, so moving on to a new segment now, one we like to call In the News. Sam, take it away.
I should probably start out saying it's actually like a new segment because we're trying to keep hip. We're trying to keep on top of things. We got a finger on
I
the
think
pulse.
we've just realised that we're shit at topic of the day.
So we're really trying to introduce some new segments here. Actually, no. In the news, something I read about today. In fact, I was really upset to find out that Del Toro is not actually directing the new Hellboy movie.
So I'm not watching it.
You know,
it's a reboot, isn't it?
He bowed out of that. 'Cause
I know.
he wanted a sequel, right?
Everyone wanted a Hellboy 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was pushing for it, and he went on Twitter recently and said, "Nope, not happening, not involved." And literally right after that, that's when they announced the new the reboot.
Yeah,
No, I don't
but-
understand why. Why don't you just give us Hellboy 3? Everyone wanted a Hellboy 3.
I know.
Hellboy 2 was amazing. The Golden
Hellboy 2
Army.
and the first one was good as well.
I prefer the second one.
I prefer the second one,
I
but
prefer the first one.
they are amazing films. But no, is it Neil Marshall, the guy that did Dog Soldiers and Centurion? He's taken over. And this is where
Is he really?
This is where it really. No, but that's Dog Soldiers and Centurion. You know,
Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers
is well
was
good.
wicked.
Dog
No,
Soldiers is
yeah,
good.
but yeah, I know
It's probably one of the best werewolf films out there.
Oh, it is. But do we really think that can transition across to something as amazing as?
He also done The Descent,
Dog
right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Enough said, boy.
No, because that's different.
Dark,
Like doing a
good
bit of,
angle.
no, hang on. You're looking at it from the wrong angle. Those were two horror movies. Mm-hmm. This is Hellboy.
There were still dark films, so as long as they can transition, because Hellboy's a dark character anyway.
But
The world
magic
is
in
quite
it's so
dark in it.
good.
And I read that. What did I read? I read something about Hellboy reboot today.
Mila Jovovich, isn't it?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Christ,
she
that-
plays the villain.
But that could either
Who
be really
does?
good or really bad.
Mila
Mila
Jovovich.
Jovovich.
Oh, I thought I just got rid of her.
Yeah, we had the last Resident Evil movie. You thought that'd be it, but no.
And I don't know. I can't remember if it was confirmed, but I remember reading that the sheriff from Stranger Things is going to be Hellboy. He was cast as Hellboy.
Yeah, see that could save
I
it.
can actually see that.
Yeah, I don't know. I just big Ron.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, no,
yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
that's
gonna
the-
be. You're not going to be.
You're not going to be big Ron.
He's got big old shoes to fill, literally. And
You fun and me.
Big Ron shoes. to
Yeah.
fill.
Oh, and Ian McShane's in it as the professor, which I don't know how I feel about after
John Hurt.
because John Hurt was so good.
Yeah.
Ian McShane, I love Ian McShane. He's amazing, but can he really be the professor?
he's been
Ian
in a lot,
McShane is
though,
like
Ian
Lovejoy,
McShane.
right?
He's getting around. You
He
know,
is,
he's-
yeah.
Yeah, he's doing the rounds.
He's Lovejoy. Ian McShane.
Yeah, he's Lovejoy back at the British.
Lovejoy, you'll
Yeah,
go
yeah,
right.
Lovejoy. Fucking hell.
That
You
is
playing that on your VC?
What I'm just saying is, like, oh god, here we go. Right, so basically,
Talk about grain. Fucking Lovejoy.
You can't, man. You bring it on yourself.
okay, pipe down. All right. So
Go on.
I was watching it on Dave. All right. No, okay.
Is it on Dave?
Yeah, it's right after the Sweeney.
First of all, I was watching Gladiators, and then
Are you ready?
Awooga. Right. No. Okay. So Ian McShane, he was actually really good in John Wick. As much as he didn't have many lines and things like that, he was actually quite good as like the sinister character.
I liked him in
like
everything. He was really good in Deadwood. I don't know if any of you saw Deadwood.
Western
Yeah,
Yeah, the
Deadwood.
Western. He was really good in that.
Yeah, was Timothy Oliphant in that as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that dude.
he was good in 44-inch chest?
I
The
haven't
Ray
seen that
Winston
either.
one. That was a really good film. He plays one of the fellas in there. He plays one of the
I need to see
gangsters
this.
in there. He's one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Probably
Getting back onto the news and things like that. I don't know if anyone else has read this or anything like that. Obviously, Avatar 2 is now like way into production, and
Oh, man.
Yeah, but they keep saying that. They said that back in 2009.
yeah, it basically is the
though, isn't
CGI version of Fern Gully.
But the first one, the thing is, everyone slates the first one now. When you first saw that in cinema, you were just like,
No, it's not a bad
blown
film
away.
by
But-
any means.
film.
But
It was
it's-
just
considering the budget, it didn't blow me away.
But what they've said recently is that, you know, the character he kills in the first one,
Yeah,
the military guy.
yeah.
the guy that was in Don't Speak. Is it Don't
Yeah.
Speak?
yeah.
That
Huge-
guy.
huge
Don't breathe,
dude.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the main villain, basically.
Yeah, they're bringing him back.
They're bringing him back.
Don't breathe.
Oh, are they?
Don't Breathe.
They're bringing him back.
Yeah.
Even though they died.
Yeah, the guy that died.
Oh, I guess it's got the technology is there, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
They can rebuild him.
Come back and say,
You'll remember that, Matt.
You're VHS.
got it somewhere.
We actually do really like Matt. I know it probably got
Yeah.
He gives us coffee.
Yeah, he makes the best coffee.
He doesn't care.
Well, it's all right.
The other one that, like, there's two things. That obviously, Star Wars has been massive for the last.
Tell me what's going on with Star Wars, because you
Right.
mentioned something prior
Yeah,
to this.
so this there's a couple of things. So number one, they're basically saying that Mark Hamill isn't happy with the way the character development and things are going.
Oh, don't go transgender, does he?
No, no, he does.
Everyone's doing it now. I'm just saying.
Did you just assume it's gender?
No.
Okay. Right. No. So basically, yeah. So he's basically saying, you know, I don't like the way it is because he gets a bit sinister and he's supposed to be all that's good and things like that. So he's not liking that. But the other thing,
You just ruined the whole twist of the film. Okay, cheers. Nice one, nice one, Mark.
the other side of things, and this is what I really enjoyed, was there's been a load of conspiracy theories. And spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't seen the latest ones. Basically, is saying that
The Force Awakens.
Yeah, to the two people out there who haven't
yeah.
seen The Force Awakens.
yeah, exactly. So for you two, they're basically saying there's a conspiracy theory that Han Solo actually turned on the lightsaber to kill himself.
Yeah, I've seen this, and it's
It's
not
good
to
evidence.
override you, but that's what you're
But
going
to totally override
But,
me.
but basically, there's if you watch the scene play out, and I can't remember where I saw it, so apologies
Probably in the
whoever
cinema.
I'm ripping off right now. But basically, when you watch, you can't see their hands, and through the phrasing, like he said, "I need your help." You know,
I can't do this.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
I know what I need to do, but I can't do it. And it's actually Han knowing that. What's it, Darth Sidious or something?
No,
Snoke. Emperor Snoke.
Yeah, so
Will kill
it
him
was-
if he doesn't do what
Yeah.
he needs to. So he helps keep Ben alive,
Yeah.
basically, or whatever they call
Yeah, he does
him.
seem pretty chilled about it. Like if you get
Kills
stabbed by your own
himself
son,
to
you'd be
save
like,
his
"You son of a bitch." But he's just sort of like, "Oh, okay, cool." I
Never loved you.
You got as much as people rip on the Force Awakens for basically being, A New Hope
thing-
2.0.
It was brilliant.
You got that is takes some balls to kill off Han Solo
Yeah,
in
that
the
was-
first episode of a new
Well,
trilogy. That is ballsy.
It did
man.
cost them like £90 million to get him in the film anyway. So they
And then they
probably
broke his
wanted to.
leg.
Yeah, then they broke his leg.
And he crashed
But
the plane.
the
How is he
thing
still
is-
alive?
Yeah, I was gonna say like
The thing is, he
He's a
wanted to
clumsy
be
fool.
killed
He's a
off.
clumsy guy.
He wanted to be killed off back in Empire Strikes Back. So they've kind of just done what he wanted. But
For me, I just think there's a lot of things with Star Wars that when they open one door, another 10 are behind it. They're like, oh, but this actually happened. And it's like, oh, fuck, now we've got to explain that. So this could go on.
Well,
Yeah, I
aren't they
can
doing
imagine
like a
very
Han
funny
Solo
yeah, they're doing a spin-off.
spin-off?
Han Solo's
fucking
getting his own
really?
spin-off.
And even more
Boba Fett's
exciting.
getting his own spin-off. Everyone's getting a spin-off.
It's so over.
Christ, it's a bit like the Marvel
We've
universe.
got
Yeah, well,
this.
Disney
We've
own it,
got
Shit.
Knights of the Old Republic. We've got thousands of years
That's-
worth of history. I can't wait until 1,000 years from now somebody picks up like one of the old VHSs, probably from Matt's house, of the original Star Wars, and it becomes the new Bible. And
The thing
people
is,
actually
like-
think
that'd be
that's
amazing.
how
I
it
was
used
going to
to be.
bury a copy of Lord of the Rings just for fun.
all of the all of the canon that has been built up on Star Wars over the years through like the books and the comics and the games and all that shit. They're ignoring it all anyway.
Do you know what? Probably the
So
most
it's-
exciting thing to come out of all the new Star Wars films, and as much as being the behemoth that Disney is, that's taken over it and shit like that. The fact that they're building a fucking Star Wars hotel in Disney excites me to no end.
Yeah,
I don't know, like,
I'm so excited to see
it
that.
kind of just feels like they're just tugging on that teat. It's a bit.
I feel like the staff that go there might need counselling because they'll be playing one song over and over.
Yeah, just
But I'm so excited to go in there and have a blue juice of some kind and sit next to an alien, and like I think that'd just be amazing.
Matt's got high expectations. He goes in there, there's just like normal Disney stuff.
I don't know.
some dude in a Mickey
not being
costume.
funny. In my job, we get to see a lot because I work in travel. A lot of what we get to see and a lot of the plans they've got for it, it looks immense.
I know, but I mean, you sort of,
Absolutely fucking unreal.
I hope they do it in a decent, to a decent grade though, because I mean, you see like Disney parades and like, you know, Genie's still walking down in a foam suit, and you think, "Fuck off!" You know, this worked when I was 5. But
I thought it was amazing.
Where's the hologram? Come on, this is the future. Matt, a hologram, Matt.
Yeah.
Is,
not VHS.
it's like a picture, but it's not really there.
First of all, when I first went to Dubai Airport, that shit freaked me out. When you go through
What,
the
planes?
yes.
I'm
But-
surprised.
no Genies.
At Dubai Airport, when you walk through, they've got a big piece of perspex and it's got projectors. So when you walk past it, it's motion activated. And there's this guy stood there talking to you. He's like, "Welcome." And then they scan your fucking passport. So when you walk through, they actually say your name. It's like, "Welcome," blah, blah. And they're like, "That dude's talking to me and he's on a piece of perspex, like on a projector."
that was scary shit out.
It is fucking weird, but it's amazing. So
Yeah.
not being funny, but I've
It's getting
experienced.
more and
Can't
more
drink in the
like
streets though,
Minority
can
Report every day. So what else have we got in the news? We got
Why would you want to drink in the street anyway? I can imagine you just sitting with a bottle of Jack, like fucking yelling at traffic.
Boozy Brit, mate.
yeah, bottle of whiskey in one hand.
work hard, I play hard.
So yeah, also in the news, Dark Tower getting shit on pretty
Getting shit
hard.
on.
I know they took a lot of risks with it anyway, where it didn't follow the source material. It kind of played
'Cause that's
with lot of
always a good
assets. Yeah, and it's now being panned as just an amalgamation of all the books.
I don't wanna
I'm
get
sure
into
it'll end
that,
up
yeah.
on an episode of Chopping Block as well in a
Yeah.
couple of
Yeah.
years' time,
Yeah.
where Matt will try and defend it and lose.
I'm just gonna say I will not. Like a lot of critics have slated some films that I absolutely love. Like when District 9 first came out, it got absolutely fucking destroyed by critics.
did it?
It did. For the
No,
first,
I don't think District 9.
it did.
No, I don't think
it
District
did
9 did.
because I was
It was-
looking at the reviews for it the other day, and everyone, when it first came out, the launch, it got destroyed, and people were like, "It's very racially inept."
Yeah, there was the
Like,
controversy over the racial thing because it touched on the
They basically said that they used it too much,
South
and that
African.
the characters weren't emotionally involved and all that bollocks. But I swear to God, that was like one of the last films I actually watched, and I was like actually invested in watching it. And
That's
still to this day,
Ethan
like,
Hawke and Lawrence Fishburne. Oh no, I'm thinking.
What
of
the hell?
What the hell is that?
What am I thinking of with the police? Assault and Precinct. Why did I think of this? You're talking about Neil Blomkamp, right?
Yeah.
Blomkamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not whatever you.
Don't know
Not
what for that.
I don't know what you were talking about, but it wasn't that. But yeah, like
Do you know, I did that on like another episode as well. I swear I listen when you guys talk.
You are zoning out.
Yeah,
man.
just
You are really
completely-
It's the
zoning
coffee. I'm
But
telling
what-
you.
my point with District 9 is that they're talking about the sequel of that coming out, because originally there was going to be a prequel, but they had to
Oh,
pan
really?
that because
Yeah.
of all the uproar that was in Kenya and all the other like the East African states and things. At the moment, there's been like a massive political drama, so they've had to keep redoing it. So now they're talking about doing the sequel because they can worry less about the political agenda. So
Is it
I'm really
still
looking forward
Neil
to
Blomkamp?
yes,
Yeah,
he's
still is,
yeah. Yeah, he's been.
Because I did really enjoy the first one.
The other one that I don't know if this is true, and this might just be rumors, is that Kill Bill 3 is coming out
Oh, with the girl.
with the little girl. So what Quentin Tarantino has basically waited until the little girl that was the black mum, not black mum, she's black mum.
Copperhead.
Copperhead.
Copperhead still.
Yeah.
Yeah, Copperhead's daughter. He waited for her to be the right age so she could be an assassin, and then he's going to use her in the film.
Oh,
She's gonna be a shit
really
actress,
fan
that'd
of
be
the
bad.
Kill Bill films.
Oh, I really enjoyed them.
I friggin' loved them.
yeah, I thought they were really.
But then-
I mean, I
it's
enjoyed them. I
Uma
just thought it
Thurman.
was a bit.
You know.
I thought there was some brilliant cinematography in it. I think it was one of those. The soundtrack I still love. I've still got
Oh
it.
yeah.
Oh, soundtrack. is absolutely
Tarantino,
amazing.
he's always going to have a good soundtrack.
Yeah,
anyway.
you can't go wrong.
But that was another one that I you know, when you see stuff on the internet, and you're like, I'm not sure if that's true or if people are just. But it looks pretty.
We
legit.
said he's only going to.
Pinch
I
your
can't remember
salt.
how many films he said that he was going to do before he gives it up. I can't remember how many films. He
Is
had
it
like a
those things
number.
to
It was like
build up
10
hype
or something, and he's already done 8 of them or anything.
he's
So he's
done-
only got like
yeah.
2-3 films left to do.
Well,
before
I
he
think
says
the
he'll
third
retire.
and final chapter of Kill Bill will be a hell of a fucking film to go out on. Like even just for the sake
cool,
of
actually.
bringing back Pai Mei as
No, he's
I know-
dead.
Yeah, that you could still go back to Bill's training with Pai Mei and things like that. They could totally, you know-
David Carradine's dead.
huh?
David
David
Carradine.
Carradine is dead.
Everyone's actually
Yeah, but
dead.
let's not talk about that mysterious death, shall we?
Read about it.
Yeah, read about it. Look it up. Also in the news, new trailer for It come out, which looks pretty good. But I
does look
posed the
good.
question to you guys: do you think they're showing too much? Because it's like the third trailer now, and we're seeing more and more.
It's
I know
basically
it's a
all the
big
highlights,
book,
isn't it?
but
It's all the
come
good
on.
bits. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing is, trailers always show too much anyway. But I don't know, because the trailer, they show a lot, but they still don't show that much. It's still in the dark, in the shadows, and like quick cuts and everything.
Well,
so
I've
it
got a
does
pretty
make
good look at Pennywise now. I
Yeah.
know pretty much what he looks like. So the impact that's going to have, the first time I see him, it's going to be lessened because of
That is a shame.
overexposure.
But you still don't know how he's really gonna
How he's gonna
interact.
act.
Because at the moment with the
Yeah.
trailer, there's just like you get the one scene where he's in the sewer, and then all of the rest of it is just him kind of just jumping out. So you don't really know how he's going to try and entice the kids in.
Yeah,
You know, is it
from
going to
what
be
I've
like
seen
Matt
of
in
it
his
so
van?
far, it does look absolutely, spot on. I just worry because it is a book is a story that I read it when I was very young. I know you did as well, Sam.
Yeah.
Sean doesn't read.
You know why? I watched the film. And you know what? It was shit.
Actually, it was a TV miniseries, I think, originally, wasn't it?
I actually,
Yeah, it was a
I
TV
actually-
miniseries. Like
I have that on DVD, Matt.
Yeah, I actually watched
One
this.
step
Never
up.
heard of it.
I actually watched the It movie, the old one with Tim Curry, 2 days ago. And if they do the new It movie the way they did the old one, which is roughly about 3 hours, I don't think they do it justice, because I don't think they did it justice in the old one, to be honest. So I think the new one's got to be
I
spread
don't
out.
think they're doing the back and forth, in time.
Really?
I think they're sticking. I don't know where. This was the original idea, and I know it's swapped and changed and whatever a lot
Yeah.
in the interim. But there was a point where they were talking about doing it in 2 parts. The first part is as kids. The second part is as adults, which would technically make sense.
That would-
Yeah, and it would tie in Hollywood's,
need
to create a franchise.
Right. But I do seriously worry about it. Stephen King doesn't have a great track record with
No,
noise
in
anyway.
horror films in
Shawshank
general.
Redemption and The Mist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Shawshank Redemption was I actually read that one. I actually read
Easy
the
now.
book. Yeah, I've actually read quite a few Stephen King stuff.
Have you really?
Yeah, I read. I did. And yeah, Shawshank
I didn't know they made a
Redemption.
comic book of Shawshank Redemption.
No, it was the book with words, just words, boring shit. But it was one of the story was really good. but
Shawshank, the graphic novel.
it was one of the
Watch him get raped.
it was one of the few cases where the film was actually better than the story,
Morgan
The
Freeman.
film was absolutely amazing, actually.
because they actually add in quite a few different like sentimental.
I still
bits
maintain
make
that is the
more
only
impact.
good film other than Top Gun that Tim Robbins has been in.
Yeah, he's good in that film.
Arlington Road.
Average.
That's amazing.
It wasn't amazing. It
But
was
there's
average.
the controversy of Red, played by Morgan Freeman, because in the book isn't Red like this.
Yeah, he's just some
Irish-
ginger Irish guy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they've got Morgan Freeman,
Which is why
who's
they-
not ginger and
They-
Irish.
yeah,
but they
that's-
touch on it in the film, don't
Yeah,
they?
because they say, "Oh, why did they call you red?" And he's like, "Oh, it must be because I'm Irish." Well, that's because you're
Yeah,
just completely different to the character.
I do like it though.
But yeah, the film was really good.
I think we should touch a little bit, seeing as it's news.
Can I just, the bit at the end where he gets out of the... Sorry. Shut the fuck up, man. Sorry. You know the bit at the end where he's like running out in the rain and he gets out and he holds up his hand. He's like, "Ugh." I swear, every time I get out of a cold shower and it's cold out in the air, that's how I feel.
Like Andy
When
Dufresne.
when you put your
climbing through a fucking
on the
mile
cold
of shit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, it's a long way to my bathroom, all right, sure.
Yeah, I can imagine like getting out of the shower is a lot like getting out of years worth of prison rape.
Sam, you've never showered with
wrongly
me,
acquitted.
A
mate.
wrongful conviction.
Crawling through a sewer, all that shit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like it.
God damn it, Richard! How could you be so obtuse?
Sam, come and take a shower with me. You'll see what I mean.
So it's a lot like rape.
Yeah. So moving on. Any more?
Even
news?
when I'm on
any more news?
This one's more about like the music scene, I guess, because I figured we should start touching on it. But This is one of the funniest things I've read. So Usher has basically been accused of giving a bunch of people herpes and not telling them he had it. So now there's like a massive.
This is brilliant. This is amazing.
How ironic. Hang on. How ironic. His name's Usher. And he kept it quiet.
So yeah, basically he's got a massive lawsuit. I think that at the moment they've found 3 people, but they expect there to be more. So he's got this huge lawsuit, and his insurance won't cover it. So I know he's going to be able to afford lawyers and things like that. But
This
basically,
is the Tiger Woods thing all over again.
Yeah.
Usher and his dirty dick.
Obviously, it's still early days, but I imagine there's going to be some amazing music puns out there in the very near future.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to all those memes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But that, yeah, I think that's. Oh, and
We need to get on top of this.
sorry, I bring the tone down. Glenn Campbell died.
Glenn Campbell.
Rhinestone Cowboy. Country music star. He's had Alzheimer's for like the last 6 years or so.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah.
So, but he passed away last night, I think. Shit. So it's, as much as those people that aren't country music fans wouldn't know much about him, I imagine that everyone's probably heard a Glenn Campbell song at some point and probably not known it.
I know the name. I'm not.
Yeah, you'd know it if you heard it. I'll
Not country aficionado, are you, Richard?
No. I like relevant music. Not surprised Matt knows all about that though.
Hey, I read the news, but yeah,
On the radio.
on the radio. But yeah, they're 2 bits that I figured we should touch on.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
No, good. Nice to pay homage.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's about time we move on to the next segment. Today's main segment, I might add. Sam, I'm going to pass over to you because you've been lazy.
And this is a segment we like to call Bitchin' Fiction. In this episode, we're just going to play with fiction. So we're going to actually make ourselves a super villain.
You made it sound really
Like
sexy.
Play-Doh.
Yeah,
We're
we're going
gonna
to
mold
mold Play-Doh
the
right here.
supervillain.
We're going to
Just poke
manipulate
it.
fiction.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck fiction up.
What? No, that was enough. That was sufficient.
Just that one step too far.
So what we're going to do is essentially create our own supervillain.
Yeah.
By analysing where a lot of
Villains went wrong.
Villains. Is it
And
just
right in
supervillains or
some-
just villains? I think just villains because it would be.
Yeah, I technically looks. I don't know. I mean, all villains are supervillains because they are the ultimate villain at the end of it.
Well, yeah, any bad guy in a film, really.
Yeah.
Super on
Okay,
it.
let's just say
Who
villains.
would like to go first? Because I got something I want to get off my chest.
Go for it. Just let it out.
That's what you got.
In a lot of films, not all of them, and not all James Bond films, but most of them, there is a scene where James Bond or a hero will get captured, and whilst captured, the main henchman. Why henchman, Rich? Why do you say henchman?
Villain.
The villain. Will proceed to inform James Bond of his plan in detail for like 15, 20 minutes, and then he'll leave him in a room unsupervised. James Bond will obviously, not always James Bond, but the hero will sometimes get out, mostly get out, and then the villain is surprised when his plan is foiled. He's just told him his entire
But it's an
plan.
ego thing, isn't it? 'Cause it's like, oh, you'll never escape because I'm so good
So
and I
ego
have this
then.
amazing lair.
Ego.
Yeah,
Okay, so
every
ego.
villain has got to have a big ego.
The other thing, and this, as we were just slightly discussing, is that a lot of villains and supervillains are British.
Yes.
And
So
everyone
can't
likes
be British.
No,
and
no.
you can't be arrogant.
Well, the reason that British is because they're, in theory, more eloquent. So when they are spouting a monologue in some sort of Shakespearean way,
I will blow up thine world.
but the thing is,
Is that old English? What was that?
He said Shakespearean.
yeah,
so it's gotta be
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like,
really listen to Matt when he talks.
but that it is that thing, isn't it? Because they like to be all eloquent and fancy and be like, I'm going to destroy everything that you hold dear, etc., etc. Do you know?
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I just think the accents are.
VHS.
I just think the accent could come off more, sinister, a little bit more.
well, yeah. Do you know what?
mean.
But
You can have a Welsh guy, can you?
Hey, boy.
I tell you what.
I'm going to fuck your shit up, right?
That was terrible.
I don't do accents.
you really don't do accents at all.
But okay, so if he in a weird way, so if he wasn't British, but not necessarily like Londoner, because like Ray Winston, for instance, or anyone like that, when they're the evil guy, or even in Snatch and things like that, and
So you can be British, just not posh British. You've
yeah,
got
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like middle class,
okay.
like because the
Yeah.
the Cockney guys, like Lockstock and things like that, he's like, I'll feed you to fucking pigs. He doesn't mess around. He's a badass. He does get fucked up, but
Actually, yeah, he's got
at the
a pretty-
same time,
yeah,
like he's a villain where you look at him and go, actually, yeah, I probably wouldn't fuck with him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's the quiet villains that.
Guy Ritchie does that quite well, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not meant to be posh British. They're not allowed to be arrogant. And I think actually going along the line with this,
Arrogance is good, but
posh British can be bad guys as well. Like, because it's.
no, but that's what I'm saying. That's where they go wrong.
what if they were a
Oh, right, that's where they go wrong. Oh,
Yeah,
what? So because they're privileged.
So our villain, yeah.
Yeah, what if they
Because they've kind of like built themselves up and
So
are
what-
successful
what-
in
what
life.
if they're
Sean, what it
upper
is,
class
it's
British?
it's about camouflage, right?
Yeah. What
If
if
you're
they're-
British, at least 1% of you has the potential to be a supervillain.
What if you're upper class British but a mute? Because then you can't have a monologue.
Then you're a
unless you-
crap supervillain.
like,
I don't know.
Or a really good one.
Yeah, it can be
yeah. Because if you're a mute, you can't spout a monologue. I'm just saying, if
Yeah,
you're
it's-
just like,
Well, sorry, you can't really,
For the listeners out there,
for the
Matt just
audio.
did a bunch of
Guys,
hand
guys,
gestures.
guys, what if his whole team was deaf mutes and they only, because think about it, how many people
don't need to be deaf, though,
how
they're
many
all
people
mutes.
yeah how many people
How are they going to get shit done?
just listen, I'm going to tell you. Have you not heard of texting?
A supervillain
doesn't text.
Matt's still sending telegrams.
He's carrying
Morse code.
How many people can actually read sign language? Especially if you do it really fast, you know, the hands. Right, how many people can read that? Because I know I can't.
Yeah, but can you imagine a narrative in which someone says, "Oh, we finally cracked the code, sir. It's sign language."
But how
But okay,
It's like the Book of Eli all over.
and the other thing as well, if you've got deaf mutes, right? Not being funny, but if he is escaping, no one's going to hear him, and no one's going to be able to shout that he's getting away.
Yeah, but it would also
but
remove.
actually, yeah,
And if they get, say James Bond or whoever the hero is has escaped, someone hits the alarm.
How the hell did we get onto deaf mutes?
I'm just saying,
Hang on, they probably have a flashy light now.
yeah.
But that is a valid point.
Deaf
Put a fucking
mutes,
beaker on them.
deaf mutes would not make us. The reason I made him a mute is because I don't want him to spout a monologue.
Okay,
That was,
make them all mute then.
Yeah.
Not
Well, at
deaf,
least-
but mute.
okay, so-
No, we're trying to make a good.
hang on,
I don't even know what we're trying to do anymore.
No, sure. He's got to be a good villain. And so far,
and every
Villains
villain has
talk.
a gimmick.
Right, so our villain is
Oh, okay.
is
His
a deaf
superpower is
mute
that he can't
common
talk.
Londoner.
But hang on.
Tell me that doesn't tickle you though. Come on.
What also makes a good villain is the fact that they are always well dressed.
Right.
If
No, but
someone,
then that-
So ours is going to be
gives it
dressed like a
away.
deaf mute common Londoner as well.
what the fuck was that?
He should look like he just crawled out of a sewer. He should be just disgusting.
wait, guys. I've got a list here. So I'm writing this down. So it's quite a funny list, in fact. Not posh British, not arrogant. Going along with not arrogant, all supervillains underestimate their foe, so he's got to have good estimation skills.
He's got to be a good judge of character.
Yes.
And he cannot be well dressed because gives it away. You know, if it's a James Bond, imagine a James Bond villain, and then it's just some fucking hobo, like, you know, sleeping bags thrown every
Yeah, but this is where, like-
pushing a shopping cart. full
But
of, like, old villains.
have you also noticed how all the super villains that you're like, fucking hell, that's intimidating, they're always midgets.
What?
What the fuck? Where did midgets come in?
Okay, right. Think of it this way. Think of a villain in a Marvel film like Thanos or something like that. They're
saying a villain? Ain't a midget?
That's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. He is not intimidating because he's fucking massive, and you're like, yeah, he's just big. He's not like he's not ninja agile or anything like that. All villains in films that can be taken down.
He'd stomp on you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When you've got like someone shorter and more agile, it's like, fuck, actually, why is he so confident?
Well, like Yoda.
Would
So
you
if,
fuck
like,
with,
if Thanos was the size of Yoda
would you fuck with Yoda?
and just what dressed as Yoda cosplaying as Thanos? I'll get you, Avengers.
Would you fuck with
In my head, I was thinking of Warwick Davis cosplaying as Yoda, dressed as Thanos.
Oh my God.
You're really good at the Cockney route, aren't you?
Okay.
Should it just be Warwick Davis?
All right, so our villain is Warwick Davis as a deaf mute who is a good judge of character,
Dresses like a hobo.
who dresses like a hobo and is humble as fuck.
And it's Cockney or
And it's
posh British.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
And doesn't
But
wear
he's
a
deaf
cape.
mute, so You
No,
can't
no,
really.
he's just mute. He's not.
Yeah,
deaf.
his henchman.
Well, even if he's mute,
the henchman was deaf mute.
even if he's mute, you
bodyguards.
can't really be a Cockney because he doesn't speak. So unless he's just got
No, he just does his shoulders.
No,
Well,
just
just
no,
a
no.
Cockney swag.
Let's say because he's a good villain. He's got a good backstory. So let's say that he lost his voice in an accident recently.
doing what?
I don't know. He's a villain, isn't he?
He was attacked
breathing
by one of the
poisonous
dogs
gas.
he was training. Because the other thing,
He's
a lot
mauled
of
by a pack of Dobermans.
Yeah,
A
right.
midget was mauled by a pack of Dobermans.
Throwing him around like a chick.
okay, stick with me on this. Stick with me on this line of thought, right? So,
He's definitely not arrogant.
like, when you see a supervillain, right? When you see a supervillain, they have massive henchmen. You're like, if you're so hard, why do you need a massive henchman? You don't, right?
Let's just throw midgets at him.
So, right. Say this midget walks in and he's got a group of wolves or something. Like,
Enjoy that. Just like a little small army of little midgets.
I just personally think if someone's walking around without henchmen and they still manage to intimidate you, they're a lot more of a supervillain than anyone that's got these massive hench guys walking around with them. Like,
But for what grounds are you intimidated? because he doesn't have henchmen.
well, maybe he can fight like a fucking Jet Li, Jackie Chan combined Bruce Lee ninja of some kind and can properly fuck you up.
Yeah,
Well,
but because he's supposed to be humble without an ego and everything, would he really fight, or would he just kind of back
He'd
off?
kick your ass, but he'd be
No,
really
no, no.
upset.
only if
Just
he
because he
has to.
doesn't have an ego doesn't mean he can't defend himself. Like I've seen people that are like trained to kill and they don't have an ego, but they would definitely like fuck you up if they had to.
I kind of
It's the
feel like
quiet
we're
ones.
making a hero rather than a villain.
No,
'cause
no, no, no,
Warwick,
it's just
Warwick
a good-
Davis is a.
That's all part of the
deaf
camouflage.
mute Dressed as
And he's a national treasure.
This,
so-
this is all part of the camouflage. Imagine, right, a supervillain. We're supervillains. When you see some guy walking with a bunch of henchmen and fucking evil dogs and shit, you're like, he's evil. You're onto him straight away.
So you can have no entourage.
right. So he's just
Okay,
under the
right.
radar.
Yeah,
Actually, no, that's a pretty good.
yeah. Why is he a supervillain?
Under the radar.
Yeah.
Oh, nice pun.
Right?
Why is he a supervillain? Oh, because he managed to walk into my room without being noticed. Say you're laying in a hospital bed, right, and the door opens, but you don't see the midget walk in. I'm just saying.
Next thing you know, he's got a killer.
Yeah. Next thing you know,
You mean like that scene in the Western where they're all in the saloon and the flappy door goes?
you wouldn't even hear the
turn around,
flappy
there's no
door.
one there.
Yeah, you wouldn't hear the
Camera
flappy
pans
door.
down.
He'd walk under it.
That short. We're
That's
really
what I'm
sorry,
saying.
Warwick
He
Davis.
injects air into your tube while you're laying in hospital from a previous injury inflicted upon you by hiding in your backseat where you couldn't see him because he's a midget. Just saying.
So he's sneaky.
But that's more
Yeah.
of a. I'd say that's more of a hitman than a supervillain. Because you think supervillain, they're grandiose and everything. This is just someone that scuttles around injecting UV tubes.
but okay, what
IV tubes.
tubes.
IV
UV.
okay, but
tube.
stick with me on this trailer thought then. With a lot of villains, they are scary as fuck until you see them. Think like Jeepers Creepers. I know that's not like a villain, but
That's a monster.
yeah, exactly. Right.
We're going to the realm of horror now.
Yeah, so think
Yeah,
about it
I
like
think we
that.
need to establish what
it
genre
needs-
we're making
it
this
needs
villain
to be
for.
No,
thriller,
like, just-
super,
Why don't we just have
superhero.
Warwick Davis, the mute commoner? What else have I got? Non-arrogant ninja.
poorly dressed,
Good judge of character.
IV
He's been mauled-
poisoner.
He's been mauled by
like,
dogs.
like the worst kind of villain is the kind you don't suspect. If you're going to be a supervillain, imagine it's literally just your reputation that
malaria.
people are scared of.
Actually, yeah, you know what? I get it. It's like misdirection.
Yeah.
that is a big,
Yeah,
big tool. So I get that. I
Like,
get
one
that.
of-
but
Do you know what? I'm so
supervillains,
confused right now.
supervillains want to be seen as supervillains.
Yeah, but all you need is their reputation. They
but
they
that's
always
where-
want to remain anonymous.
But that's where they go wrong.
Proper
you see.
supervillains are anonymous.
So like this could kind of be like Usual Suspects.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's it. That was like a such.
Where
a
like at the
twist.
end, Warwick Davis he's not really a deaf mute, and he goes out and he's like, "Hey guys."
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, and he walks
Yeah,
out
at
of
the
the
end.
takes off his suit and is actually like Mr. T
Yeah.
Yeah,
all that time.
yeah. This is what I'm saying.
Just
See,
in a small
you,
body.
you all laughed at me, but now you're coming around to
Yeah,
my
all
way.
right.
Yeah,
Well,
I
now
get
I've got a
it.
context of what film he's in, then yeah, all right, I'll buy that.
I think
like
like
it.
you know, again, when you see a film, whenever you see a villain in a film, they're first introduced. You see like the back of the chair, or you see their like silhouette. You never know
that
who
fucking
it
cat.
is, or the cat. Yeah, you never know who the villain is. And then when you see it, you're like, oh, that's fucking boring. It's just a bald guy with a scar on his face.
Yeah, I get it.
So in the film that he's in, you're not really going to know he's the villain.
Not until the end.
Not until the end, where he walks out and he starts.
And even at the
Shouting.
end,
And he gets a
was
bit
he actually the
Shyamalan.
villain, or was there a plot twist like M. Night Shyamalan, and he's actually the good guy that's been killing all the bad guys, but is actually a villain, and he works for both sides,
Well,
and he's
like
like a
an
double
anti-hero.
agent.
Or like Ocelot from Metal Gear.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. I think the most important thing with a villain as well is the costume.
Well, yeah, we've already established that.
What's he wearing then?
Hobo skin.
So you got a midget walking around in a hobo skin.
No one's going to suspect that.
Well, no, because
Yeah, but the thing is, would it be the skin of a normal sized person?
All his trailing on the floor behind.
Legs just trailing off.
Yeah, like suit tails.
Oh god, he's one fucked up cat.
yeah.
I'm just saying, none of you are going to trust midgets after this. You'll be stood at a bus stop or something like that, and some short guy.
I don't know if I'm not going to trust midgets. I'm not going to trust you. You're bringing this whole thing to light.
Yeah, but until I bought that angle, you guys were all for going some fucking giant guy who lives in space with a hammer and has 15 heads and superpowers. No.
Yeah, that'll probably be the next time we try and make a supervillain.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Because we got to do we'd probably go through all the genres.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So are we only sticking to mortal men right now? Or are we
Yeah,
gonna-
this
are we
is
gonna
like a
delve
thriller.
into
This
the
is more of a
realm?
thriller. We're not in
Because
supernatural
each
territory
genre
yet.
has its own villain
Okay,
staples.
okay.
Like if you're doing a comic book villain, then he's going to need a cape and all that shit. And
So-
yeah,
We'll
next
just
time,
keep it
comic
to
book
villains, right? For this one. Just
Yeah.
thrillers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thriller.
Sounds good.
So, like,
Yeah.
you're watching a thriller film, you don't know who the villain is, and people keep dying mysteriously and in weird and fucked up ways. Who was it?
To be honest, though, if I saw a midget wearing a hobo skin, I would
where-
think he's bad news.
Yeah, I think it'd be a giveaway, wouldn't
It'd
it?
be a giveaway.
That's what I said. He needs to blend in.
Especially if the hobo's still alive. I mean, imagine that. Imagine that.
I'm not sure. I think that's going to supernatural now. We're going back
Yeah,
into horror,
yeah.
aren't we?
Still
Well,
that blend.
but, he's a small guy.
Like,
And he'd just be wearing
It could be like that
standard
X-Files
tracksuit.
episode. Remember that X-Files episode where the guy on the little wheelie cart thing moves his arms in the terminal?
Oh, yeah.
And he goes
Yeah.
inside that fat guy.
He lives in Crawley, you know.
What the...
Yeah, the Indian guy. He lives in Crawley.
Well, just pay him to do it. Get on the
Indian
blower
guy?
mat.
Yeah, all right. Because I've got his
What
number.
guy?
I know. I've kind of got sold on Warwick Davis now. He's also in Charlie
Chocolate Factory. Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him around.
Well, that's my
See you
Wearing any hobo skins?
that's my theory. I reckon when you're doing a thriller film, like, it needs to literally be the person you least expect, basically, and it.
Yeah, basically like usual suspects.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's quite
What
sound.
would we call our villain? What's his
Oh
name?
god.
Little Evil.
Anonymous.
Little Evil.
Maybe stick away from the little things. I think otherwise we're just really centralising around the fact that he's
All right,
really small.
Big Evil. Be ironic. You know, like Little John.
I'm going with
Pockets of hate.
Alfred Neil Anonymous.
Alfred.
Alfred Anonymous.
Anonymous.
I'm gonna go with.
Well, no, because he's got to be Cockney, so he's got to have.
Well, Alfred's a Cockney name. That's what I was going with.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems a bit
Big Cockney.
big Cockney.
Yeah, complete.
It's also a double in.
They always the reverse, aren't they? They always reverse. Like, the massive guy in a film is always called tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Though, we want to stick away from like the usual.
Fine. Let's
What?
just
So
let's-
just call it what it is.
yeah, Phil.
I feel just push this shopping cart, but it can't quite reach.
so is set any stenders?
Yep. What's more intimidating than a
Well,
guy you
we
don't
wanted it
expect
Cockney.
called Phil? So I'll phone Phil.
Phone Phil.
Well, we could just go with Peck.
Peck.
Oh no,
Little
it's a
peck.
peck with an acorn.
If we go with Warwick Davis,
Yeah.
Mad Morrigan.
so I think we should go with
Or Pip. That sounds like an evil.
No, I think we should go with like something full on rabid, like Mad Dog. Or something.
Mad Pip.
Mad Dog, when we've actually created a completely placid character
Who's mute?
who's mute. Real judge character, humble.
Bumblebee.
Probably open the door for you.
Evil couldn't reach. Maybe he could.
Maybe because
Who
he's got
opens
steps.
Warwick
Aren't there
Davis's
things like
door?
automatic doors nowadays? I don't know. I'm not down with modern technology.
No,
Yeah.
you wait, mate.
Yeah.
You just have to like go reach across the TV and press the on button. We're living by remote controls.
Oh wow.
It's amazing.
I'll just leave my TV on. That's probably a fire hazard, though, isn't it?
Don't know.
Don't care.
Have to
I'm
ask
not there.
Phil.
All right. So what have we got? Just round it up for us.
Okay, so we've got Warwick Davis as a mute British commoner, not arrogant, with good powers of estimation.
Does that mean he's good at gambling? Where does that even go into it?
Keep going.
Yeah.
Back history is he's had his throat mauled by a pack of dogs. and he's deadly as shit, apparently.
And he's wearing a hobo skin.
I'm still not sure.
No,
about
that because that doesn't blend in.
I think he would.
Yeah, he
would,
might stand out.
Yeah, a little bit.
But dressed like a poor person.
A poor guy.
Poor
Yeah.
guy.
Racist granddad.
Can he still have a shopping
Racist
trolley? Because I really
granddad.
like that image of him just struggling to move it.
Struggling to move
what? A shopping trolley.
Oh, sure.
I mean, if he's
I think
just
people
a
might hear
hobo,
him
yeah.
coming. I don't know.
Not with those little feet. Scuffle, 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 scuffle.
So we just need to name the little man.
Phil.
All right, Phil. Phil Pip.
Phil Peck. Phil Peck. There you go.
Phil Peck.
PP for sure.
Yeah, all right, that works.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
PP.
And next
so good.
next episode, I think we'll have to create a superhero that he gets to fight,
Oh, that'd be
yeah.
brilliant.
I'm more loving this.
Okay.
like Stairs.
Okay, so
I'm not even sorry.
Okay. Warwick Davis, if he hears it, he's going to fucking hate us.
we are going to get sued.
Yeah. Well, Matt, anyway.
We haven't got any money.
And I live in a ground floor flat.
I don't know, the step leading up to it.
So Phil Peck, PP.
Just PP. PP works.
Okay, PP.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps it up.
I think this is good.
Okay.
We are going to hell though. Just so everyone knows.
Can I just say, like, his upbringing was like privileged upbringing, came into a lot of money, but he shunned it because he's so
Yeah.
humble.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't need that. I'm my
Humble,
own man.
typical PP.
But then he underestimated himself, so he led to a life of crime.
I've just
And
had a
that's where he
thought,
gets
and I don't
his
want to
money.
drag this on, but all supervillains have a lair.
He's got a shopping trolley. It's a
beneath
little.
the subway.
Yeah, as I say, it's the arches in
Yeah.
London Bridge.
Yeah, somewhere.
It's
So,
a
yeah.
box under the subway. Because that box would be huge.
shoebox.
Yeah.
with a lair written on it.
Misspelt. L-A-R-E.
So it confuses people.
Yeah.
Unless you're not looking for it.
Yeah.
He's a wily one, isn't he?
He's very wily.
Okay, so that wraps that up. So
Yeah, right. Thanks everybody for joining us.
it was a bit of an anticlimax.
Yeah, we'll see you all on the next one. See you on the flip side.
Like and subscribe.